Hey y'all, Mav here. Welcome to my closet. Today, we're gonna be reading All Tomorrows, a billion-year chronicle of the myriad species and the mixed fortunes of man. It's a 2006 book made by author C.M. Cosman. He, it's a speculative evolution and sci-fi book, so it means we get to see what humans could look like. I'm excited. Let's see how humans look like in the future, shall we? Well, that was kind of depressing.
So, all tomorrows begins in the future when humanity has conquered and terraformed Mars, with the humans on Mars evolving into Martians. The Martians and the Earthlings go into war because of some differences and disagreements. Eventually, both sides overcame their differences and decided to become one species again. And so, the Star People were born. The Star People colonized the solar system and eventually planets outside the solar system. The Star People made contact with an alien species called the Q, who were an ancient nomadic and advanced species that acted as a higher being to all species, genetically altering them.
You're gonna need one of these bad boys for them.
The Q went to war with the humans and won. They genetically altered the different humans into different subspecies and put them into different planets. The different species eventually evolved and made contact with each other. They formed an alliance and gave each other knowledge and shared technology. There were, however, three species who weren't part of this alliance. The insectophagi, who evolved into the bug facers, the ruin hunters. They found technology from the ruins of the Star People, which advanced them fast, and eventually they made themselves into the Gravitals. The Spacers, who escaped the Q and lived in hollowed out asteroids. They eventually evolved into the Asteromorphs.
The Alliance was sadly wiped out after making contact with the Gravitals, as the Gravitals invaded every single one of their planets.
The only surviving species were the bug facers, who, when founded by the Gravitals, were genetically altered to become the subjects, who were basically altered to become whatever the Gravitals needed. Some Gravitals thought the subjects deserved free will and rights, while the others thought that the opposite. This almost started a civil war between them, and so they decided to look for a common enemy in the Asteromorphs. The war between the Megamites and the droids began, and, the Gravitals lost. The Asteromorphs turned the Gravitals into new machines who were made for labor. Then the Asteromorphs gave freedom to the subjects and decided to be the new rulers of humanity, trying to keep the peace between everyone. They made the terrestrials, who were their descendants, that acted as monarchs, watching and guiding humanity.
And that's it for now. There's more stuff after what I said. So yeah, go check that out. I also left out a lot of detail. So if you want to know more, I really recommend reading this book. It's really good. It's so good. It shows humans. It shows humanity. It shows flaws. Like during the end, like during the Steromorphs rule, like they're trying to keep peace, but the world isn't perfect. Humans aren't perfect. There's still discrimination against the new machines, um, the terrestrials. Those are still human. They can abuse their power. They can be corrupt, and I really like that. Shows humanity. The book just it shows our flaws. It shows how cruel we can be. It shows how violent we can be, with the wars and stuff. But it can also show how good we can be. Like just enjoying that, just enjoying our everyday lives. us, we can unite like the different species, before they got wiped out by the Gravitals, the different species communicating and sharing technology and knowledge. It's so good. It's so good. Like, and when the Gravitals, they turned the bug facers into subjects. Some Gravitals, they treated the subjects like humans. Well, they didn't. But yeah, it shows how humanity, it can be good and can be bad. It shows that we're not perfect, and I think being not perfect is perfectly human, you know? And yeah, in the end, humanity vanishes. No one knows what happened to them. They go extinct? Did they move to another galaxy? Did they ascend to a higher plane of existence? No one knows. But it doesn't really matter. Because humanity was never about the end. It was never about the finish line. It was about the journey, you know? Our everyday lives, the present, today. Because today is what shapes tomorrow, not the other way around. And I think what we can take away from this, from the story, from the book, is to love today and seize all tomorrow.